Mountain BOCES hosts a one-year induction program for eligible principals, administrators, and special education directors who hold an initial Colorado license. Log into onlinelearning.enetcolorado.org. You will select Principal Admin Induction, and this is the page you'll see. The first thing you'll notice is contact information, where you can find email and phone for the facilitator of this. The first folder that you see contains mentor selection documents. Recognizing that principals and administrators requiring induction have diverse needs for support, the Mountain BOCES induction program relies on the mentor-inductee. Mentors may apply, be recommended, or assigned by administrators. Qualified mentors are then paired individually with principals and administrators to focus on the application of conceptual knowledge, facilitate the sharing of best practices, address the barriers of limited time, improve principal effectiveness in the evaluation process, act as an accountability partner, and provide support. A needs assessment is conducted by review of the quality standards at the start of the program, and copies of portfolios can be made by individuals enrolled in the program. The next folder you see has portfolios for administrator, principal, special education director. Those portfolios are available in Google Sheets and in Excel. If you choose to use Google, then you will be forced to make a copy, which will prevent you from working on the template online on which your work would not be saved. So here's a copy of the principal electronic portfolio. You'll see on the left side in column A all of the principal quality standards and elements on which you will self-assess to start your program year. You can choose to color in the boxes with a fill or simply put an X but indicate whether or not you consider yourself to be aware, emerging, developing, or mastering each of the principal quality standards and elements. From that self-assessment, you will develop your professional growth plan. Throughout your induction year, you will document resources and evidence of your learning. This will indicate how you've increased in effectiveness in the quality standards and elements. At the end of your program year, then you will again assess yourself and demonstrate your growth. Going back to the main page, the next folder contains educator rubrics. Some principals will be evaluating special services providers as well as teachers. Special education directors will likely be evaluating special services providers. In the next folder, you'll see observation documents, which are available for your use. It's not a requirement of the induction year, but I just provide those if you have a need for observation documents. Next, you'll see a link to the resource guide at CDE, which is a nice document to help you identify professional practices considered to be proficient. Scrolling down through the introduction, there is a link to a model code of ethics for educators. The last profession to have developed a code of ethics. We've worked with codes of conduct, but not a code of ethics. We highly recommend that mentoring down through the course and inductees take a few minutes to view these videos and have a conversation in regard to ethics in education. Next, you'll see a direct link to this orientation, which I will post. so that you can use it for a review. 2 folders containing resources related to instructional leadership and supervision. At the start of the year, I will ask mentors and inductees to participate in a forum for discussion online as indicated by this little blue and green icon, and start with a reflection. If you are the first to get onto this discussion, then you will have to add a new discussion topic and post your thoughts in response to the prompt for reflection and post to the forum. Folks who come on next, I ask that you participate in a discussion by hitting reply rather than starting another discussion topic. That provides the opportunity to interact with colleagues online. I will be sending group emails from this site indicating what the expectations are for the month throughout the program year. The first tab that you'll see for mentors is for the fall. And the first document that you see is a mentoring agreement, and indicated by this little stylized hand, that document needs to be submitted. So if I select mentoring agreement, I see that I have the option of using either Word or a Google Doc. If I select to use a Google document, I will again be forced to make a copy because that keeps the document from being hijacked by anyone else. So you make a copy of that document, save it to your folder, and then you can hyperlink a submission to your Google Drive. The other option is to select the Word document. And if you select the Word document, then you will go ahead and submit it right in the same place. So the mentoring agreement is the first thing that the mentor submits. And then throughout the year, I'll have an expectation that you submit calendars and plans. The calendars and plans will be guided by the integrated timelines I will post from the Department of Education related to the superintendency and to the principal and special ed director's positions. The first tab for inductees then is August and September. And you can see that in August and September, there's an expectation that you complete the self-assessment on the electronic portfolio, the professional growth plan, and the mentoring agreement. The self-assessment on the portfolio then is submitted by September 15th. And you may select to either hyperlink your electronic portfolio from your Google Drive, or you can save it as a PDF, which then would not be editable by anyone, and submit it in that way. I will provide an example of that. And then September professional growth plan. The next tab, then October and December, the expectations are that you have met with your mentor. The mentor has submitted September, October, November, December reports, and you conduct a formal observation of instructional staff if you're the inductee, and that gets submitted by October 30th. And a formative assessment of the induction process is simply your updated electronic portfolio where you have documented resources and activities to increase your effectiveness in the field for which you are moving from initial to professional licensure. I will post another short tutorial which will help you to understand better how to interact with Google Docs and how to hyperlink properly to this forum. Hope that helps. Contact me if you have any questions or concerns.